The question is if there is a gym, is the study level above or below West European level? I went to many places. Würdest du mir empfehlen, off oder on campus zu leben? I don't know, I don't like my skin here. I look weird. So, this is what we're doing. Okay guys, sorry. Hello everybody! Hey guys, it's your boy David aka Davlorito and if you are new to my channel, then hey, my name is David. I'm a Filipino from Germany and I studied in Seoul, South Korea. Before we get started with this Q&A video, I have chosen my official Korean name. Thank you guys so much for voting. Let me introduce myself in Korean with my new name. 안녕하세요. 저는 윤상준입니다. Thank you guys for voting. At the end, at all of the votes from on all platforms and comments, private messages, Lee Min-sung and Yoon Sang-jun had the most votes, and yeah, I just went with what I felt was more natural to me and to which name I would respond better, and it was Yoon Sang-jun. I'm happy you guys like the name that I chose for myself. And yeah, so let's move on to today's Q&A. I have some questions about Songyungwan and some about life in Korea in general. So let's get started with the first one. Just want to ask you if you would know the peak hours for the buses, especially blue and green lights. Yeah, I don't really know that because here's the thing. It depends on where you live and how far and how long you will be taking the buses or the subway. But what I can tell you is early in the morning, usually I want to say between 7 and 9 a.m. it's kind of full packed. If you live further away, like for me, it took 1 hour from my place to the university, to Songyungwan, and I had to take a blue bus, and that blue bus went directly, so I didn't have to transfer. And if I didn't get on the bus before 8 a.m. it was so full packed, guys, that I had to skip 1 or 2 buses sometimes until I could get in. And when I say full packed, I mean you literally can't get in because the door will open and the last person in the bus is standing on the step. You'll have to wait. But here's the thing, because that bus that I took, it went through Namsan, and then 1-2 stops after Namsan, the bus kind of got emptier. So if you got in the bus there, it wouldn't be really peak hours for you. So you see what I'm saying? More or less between 7 and 9 in the morning, it is fuller. And also the subway, and it's fuller. But the good thing with the subway is it's bigger, longer, more space. So even if it's full packed, you still have more space than you would have in the bus. Green buses are smaller, so you wanna check yourselves. The nighttime, the peak hours are between 6 till almost 9. Yeah, 6 to 9 in the evening. Everyone's getting home. So that's the time I would say it was kind of full. Like I said, it really depends from which station you're going to take them, okay? So I hope that answered your question. Okay, next question. The question is if there is a gym at Songyungwan, and yes, there is a gym. So on Seoul campus of Songyungwan, the gym is in basement 4 at the business building, and 1 month costs 20,000 won, or for 3 months 45,000 won. You do the math with your currency. I'm not gonna do that for you guys. Also, the campus on Suwon has a gym, and it's at Suseonggwang, and it's only 15,000 a month. You can't do the 3 months based on the research that I made. It might have changed by the time you go there, and you register in the last week of every month. That's when you can register. Yeah, as of what I heard, I didn't go there. They're well equipped, not as big, but yeah, they have everything and it's clean and it's right on campus, so you could check it out. Why not? On that note, I also want to say that if you are trying to save up and you find that a bit expensive, what I did is I just went hiking. almost every day. There's so many mountains in Korea, so many parks. You also have those free stations to work out. Usually you'll find older men and women working out there, but honestly, if you just know how to utilize them, the free ones outdoors are good. I also use them in winter. Just have to layer up, okay? You'll be able to work out if you want to. Now this one is a bigger question. What are the biggest cultural differences between our culture and theirs? What do you think about the dormitory in Seoul campus? Is the study level above or below West European level? And last one, are the Korean people really as friendly as they seem? Let me try to break this down. Let me start with the dorms. I can't really say anything about the dorms because I didn't live the dorms. Study level wise, I don't really know, because that also depends what your studies are in your home university. I didn't find it as hard, but what I did find a bit different was we had a lot of homework or things to submit on a weekly, 2 weeks kind of thing, so we had to do those things a lot, and I wasn't used to do that as much in Germany. For my studies, I don't want to say in Germany. For my studies, for me, I had a lot of paperwork to submit. I had to write many essays and Hausarbeit. I had to write a lot of those in Germany, while in Korea, I had a lot of homeworks and presentations to prepare. Even though it was a university, it felt more like Hochschule in Germany. Hochschule has more of that classroom or like school feeling more than it has in university. University are usually with a big halls with many students sitting in a lecture, but Hochschule is more of the style of being in a school. I also want to say that workload wise, yeah, it was definitely more than it was here in Germany, but the level of expectation I felt like was a bit lower in Korea. Not because Korea is like that, but because you're an exchange student and they want you to have good grades. You're gonna take classes in English, and most of these professors that you will have, English is not their first language, and you will be put together with Korean students who also have English as their second language usually. So basically you're all having the classes in your second or third language, right, which is English. So definitely I would say for me the expectation level was a bit lower than it was here in Germany. But then when I spoke with some of my classmates that were Korean, they found the expectation a bit high because, like I said, English is not their first language. So it really depends on you. I feel like it's quite evened out. Does that answer the question? Biggest cultural differences, I want to make a more detailed video about that in the future, because I'm actually still not quite sure, because I am a Filipino who grew up in Germany. Keep it short for this video. I found that Korea was a bit of a mixture of the Asian culture and the Western culture. It was a good mix. It was like the Philippines and Germany had a baby, and it was Korea. Anyway, and then are Korean people really as friendly as they seem? Okay, this question is a bit tricky. There's both. They are friendly, they're fake, they are kind, they're genuine, they are rude, polite. So yeah, there's all sorts of people in Korea just as they are in your country. But coming from a Filipino background, I felt say that the Koreans are friendly, but at the same time, as a Filipino, I would find Koreans rude. As a German, from a German perspective, I would say Koreans are super nice and super friendly and super helpful. So it really depends from your point of view, to be honest. But I would say that Korean people, for me personally, they are friendly. Let's keep it at that. They were friendly to me. Okay. Next question. Hi, I really enjoy your video. Yay, thanks. By the way, which church did you visit? Was it near 성균관? Because I heard there are many strange religions there and they keep asking you to come to their place. Okay, so this is actually should also be a video, a special video, I suppose. But as I mentioned in several videos, I went to a Filipino church that my father had founded before he even got married, and the church is near Itaewon area. It's a Filipino church, so it's all Filipinos, and the service is also in Tagalog. And then the Korean church that I attended was in Konkuk University. Konkuk University, I'll show you the subway map where they are, and as you will see, they are not really close or near 성균관. For me, it was okay for me because I lived at the center of Seoul. To the Filipino church, it only took 10-20 minutes, depended what I took, and to the Korean church at Konkuk University, it took me 40 minutes. I want to say, yeah, 40 minutes. But once you're in Seoul, I'm telling you guys, you might be like, whoa, anything that is under 1 hour in Seoul, it's near. And because of the fast pace of the city, it won't seem as it's taking so long for you guys. And plus, many things are open until 11 or 11 p.m. or midnight or even past. So don't ever get scared when you see, whoa, that place is like 30 to 50 minutes away. That's not far. For Seoul, it's not far, guys. Okay, it's not far. And then about the strange religions, I'm just gonna talk about that in another video, but to put it in a nutshell here, yes, they do that everywhere because they are all convinced about themselves. So I feel like it's very important for you guys to be able to differentiate, how do I say this without being so, somebody who believes in their faith compared to a scam. Okay, let's just say it that way. I'm gonna make an extra video on that, okay guys? Okay. This one is in German. Würdest du mir empfehlen, off oder on campus zu leben? I think it doesn't matter if you live on campus or off campus. Was hältst du von Goshiwons? Goshiwons, I think they're a good alternative, and if you're on a budget, and if it's just for a few weeks, I suppose it's okay. Personally, I would never live in a Goshiwon during the whole stay in Korea or during the whole student exchange, but that also depends on you because you can also definitely save a lot of money. But if you want to have like a bit more comfortable living, I'd prefer living in the dorm, but it will just be more expensive. But yeah, Goshiwon is up to you. Meinst du, die Wohnlage macht viel aus, Freunde kennenzulernen? Like I just mentioned, anything that is 30 to 50, like anything that's below 1 hour, under 1 hour travel time in Seoul is not far. So it doesn't really matter if you live near campus or not, as long as the train route is exactly 1 hour. That's a bit, okay, that's a bit far. Try to find a place where it's at least 30 minutes. And I don't think that it does affect how you make friends. It's more about how you are as a person and how you approach people. I had friends in Korea who lived in Incheon, in Seoul area, but lived, let's say, I don't know, Gangnam, Hongdae. Other friends lived near 성균관 area. I also had friends who live outside of Seoul. So it doesn't really matter. I feel like it just matters how you approach them and how you keep your friendships alive. Katoke? Remember this, Katoke? It just means message me on Kakao. So, last question for this video. Thanks for another SKK video. Super helpful as always. Yay! I'm glad I can help. I was wondering if you had any suggestion for places to eat that are a bit off the radar or any hidden gems on off campus. Did you find nice outdoor places to just chill and be in nature for a bit? Also, was there anything you'd wish you'd known at the beginning of your exchange that you only found out later on? I don't think you have to worry. There's a lot of parks in Seoul. So I went to Namsan Park, or the park at Namsan, a lot. I went to the botanical gardens, and there's a lot of parks near you. Like any place would have any park near you, so you can go there. When it comes to places to eat, I will not recommend anything to you guys because here's the thing, Seoul is a very fast growing and changing city. The restaurants that I would tell you about or places that I went to eat, there's a chance they won't be there anymore, or they might have changed and they might not taste as well, or that prices change, so I won't do that. But all I can say is if you're on a budget, I would suggest you check out the restaurants near any campus. Any university in Seoul will have restaurants near the area, and that's usually like student prices. You can get a full meal between, I want to say, 3 to 8,000 won. So let's just say for 5 euros, or even less, even 4 euros. You can get a full meal that's tasty. Personally, I ate on campus a lot. I liked the food. It was not as expensive. It was cheaper than outside campus. So yeah, if you are on a budget and you want to have good food, if you're going to Seoul campus, my personal favorite cafe canteen was the one in the business building. The one in the 600 building is also okay. I heard there's a buffet at the law building. I never got to try it because I always had class during the buffet times. I didn't eat at the other buildings. Business building and 600 building on Seoul campus have good food, in my opinion. Hidden gems. You know what? Just go for it. Go with friends. Give yourself time to get lost in the city. So always make sure you bring your phone with you. There's Wi-Fi connection in case you don't have a SIM card yet. Find cafes where there's Wi-Fi. Once you order there, get the Wi-Fi code, connect your phone to that. So anytime you pass by a cafe that's one of theirs, your phone will connect. So that way you would at least have Wi-Fi connection and you can always check the map where you are. When you go to a place, give yourself time to get lost in the city. Just, you know, walk down one alley and go to the next. Just use your map to find yourself back home. Checking out what the name of the subway station or bus station is that is closest to you. Just read it and then check on the map how you'll get home, like that. So I feel like that's how I found out about many places. If you're interested, just check out my vlogs on the channel. I went to many places. Surprisingly, I knew more places than my Korean friends. I'm not trying to brag here, just letting you know, getting lost and checking out some other YouTubers or Google or blogs, you will find places to visit. Last thing, things that I wish I had known before the exchange. I should have written it down because I remembered I had those instances where I was like and then I didn't write it down, so I actually forgot all of them. But wait, what is one thing? Well, it's important to know that the taxis in Korea aren't that expensive. If there's a taxi driver that tells you the starting rate is at 10,000, 20 or 30,000, don't get in. Always ask to get metered, okay? Always meter. Don't go with those fixed prices. You're gonna lose a lot of money. If you can come to Korea a bit earlier, at least 1 week before official class starts, I would definitely recommend to do that. I was in Korea 2 weeks before class started and I explored my city neighborhood a lot during those 2 weeks, and of course other places, and that's how I was able to dive in to my stay there better, because my mind wasn't too focused on I have to study, but I came to our 2 weeks earlier and I was able to explore the city in a very slow pace, get to just, you know, feel and experience that I was there. If I remember anything, I'll add it in the comment section down below, or just mention it in another video. I hope this video was a bit helpful, especially for those who are still uncertain if they should go to Korea or not. If you have any questions concerning your concerns and if you have anything that you want to ask me, the next Q&As won't really have a theme anymore, since I think I did most of the themes already. So the Q&As will just be anything that you ask me. I will just put them all together. Don't forget to use the hashtag DavloritoSKKU. Even if the question is not about 성균관, I will find the questions easier. I hope you guys like this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. If you want to get to know me better and to always be up to date, make sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't. And other than that, I wish you all a good morning, good afternoon, and good evening wherever you may be. See you soon. Adios. Kumai.